mind doing that. So
Yeah, we cooked a lot. I do mind it. I told my mom, I said, I don't want to do this anymore.
you don't want to cook?
I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done.
I did get you thinking. Usually, usually we've got a house full of people that don't have any place to go because my kids used to work at Starbucks, and all those
Yeah.
kids couldn't go home, or they knew kids in college that couldn't get home for Thanksgiving, and they'd all come to my house. So you can start coming to my house when
Okay.
COVID's over.
Yeah, when COVID's over, we gotta try to stay healthy.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a secret or not, but did you hear about Lynn?
I heard.
Holy mackerel. Cynthia sent me the picture.
I was about to say I saw a picture yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It was
Unbelievable. And she just tripped.
well, I heard that they didn't know if she tripped, had a seizure, or passed out.
Oh, well, I don't know either. Kim Todd called me Monday night because apparently Kelby's on the board and Kelby had told Carrie.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But
anyway.
Cynthia told me, but I think it was initially a secret, and then Kim called and I didn't pick up because I just didn't want to deal with it. And then I guess she called you.
Well, it was real funny. She called me. I was out on the golf course Monday evening. It was probably 6 o'clock, and I was on the last hole because it was getting dark. And my phone started ringing, and I'm just like, I don't know who it is, but I'm not talking right now. And then I got in my car and tried to call her. Well, she picked up, but my Bluetooth wouldn't work in my car. So it's like, Kim, I can't hear you. I'll call you back.
Yeah. So
anyway, I don't know. So you don't get along with Kim at all anymore?
I do get along with her. It's just the last time I had a conversation with her, she called to tell me all the Facebook drama between Becky and Cynthia. And so Monday, you know, when you see the phone and you're like, I just don't want to deal with this today. That's how I was.
Well, and it kind of hurt my feelings because when she called me after our preacher, that horrible accident, and I said, let's call me and let's get together and just talk, and never heard from her.
No.
I'm like, okay, never mind.
But
all right, you ready for this?
Yes.
Who are we adopting in the first one?
I don't remember.
Bustamante?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Jody will tell me.
And I still haven't heard anything about that one that was under investigation, just FYI. So it's still sitting in my queue.
Okay. Well, I'll mention it to Jody, and because as soon as they get the closure, they'll send it to us.
Okay, here they come. Yay.
I can't wait. Good morning. While we're waiting on some people to connect, Mr. Foley, I just want to put a bug in your ear about the adoption we did a couple of weeks ago that we're still waiting on paperwork from CPS. You're muted. You look handsome, but I can't hear you because you're on mute.
Thank you, Judge. All right, we're unmuted now. Ruined that illusion now. No, we are still working them, Judge. We have not received that release that we were told to. So we're working on it. I
just wanted to make sure you didn't forget me. I knew you wouldn't.
I appreciate that.
How can you forget the crazy judge in Ector County?
No, we can never forget you, Judge.
Never forget me. All right. Are you ready to start? Do you have everybody you need? I see Chase Alexander. And I'm not sure who that beautiful lady is that's with him. I'm going to assume that's Mrs. Alexander.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know who Brian and Simberly are. Is that the next adoption?
Yes, Your Honor. Brian and Kimberly are the next adoption. Okay. So we have both of us. Mr. and Miss Alexander are here. I don't know if there's anybody else. Mr. Garrett was the line, and we've not had any response from him on that one, so I don't expect.
Oh, then I have the wrong case up. Is that the 073 case or the 064 case?
Alexander is the 064 case, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that the one you want to take up first?
Since they're here, Your Honor, I think that would be great.
That sounds good. So I'll just go ahead for the record. We are live streaming on YouTube, and I do leave those videos up. It's CPC West Texas. Child Protection Court is what the CPC stands for, so you can remember that. But sometimes people like to show those videos. I'm actually quite proud that my adoption videos have gotten so many views. All right, this is cause number E20064AD. Mr. Foley?
Your Honor, thank you. Here with Mr. and Miss Alexander on their petition for adoption. And both Mr. and Miss Alexander will be my witnesses today, Your Honor.
All right, could I ask both of you to raise your right hands, please? Do each of you swear and affirm that the testimony you would give in the cause before the court would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Foley?
Thank you, Judge. And before we start, I would ask you to take judicial notice of the file to include all the necessary required pleadings, specifically the affidavit regarding interstate compact, the adoption readiness report, the criminal history of both of my clients, the waiver and consent by the department as the managing conservator, and of course, the underlying suit of termination from February there in Ector County. The only other two things we have, Judge, is the health, social, education, genetic history report. We've asked to be waived based on familial relationship. And then, of course, the waiver of the attorney guard item is Mr. Garrett. We've sent notices since mid-November to him of the hearing. We gave him a copy of this Zoom link, but we've not been able to make contact or hear back from him in that time frame.
That's fine. And I have had an opportunity to review the file, and those items are in order. I will take judicial notice of the items that have been named by Mr. Foley, and I will find good cause to waive the, tell me the title again, health, social, education, and genetic history report. Yes, that report. I just couldn't get all of them in the right order. So from memory, I have a good memory, but that was too much for me. So I will waive that report and find good cause. All right, your first witness.
Judge, I'll call Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
You can proceed.
Sir, would you state your name for the court?
Chase Lee Alexander.
And Mr. Alexander, are you and your wife and your family joining us from your home there in Odessa?
Yes, sir.
All right. And is Cash running around there somewhere with you?
Yes, we actually have him just in the living room.
Okay. And as to Cash, that's who y'all are here asking this court to allow you to adopt today. Is that right?
Yes.
And current name is Cash Lennon Segan. And he was born September 6, 2018, right there in Ector County?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all good.
You had to think.
Yeah. Well, we got
It was
five.
good to be. Oh, go ahead. So I know that y'all are currently aunt and uncle, but today you're asking to become mom and dad. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And how long has Cash been living with you and your family?
For just over a year now, I believe. Yeah, just over a year.
Okay.
Roughly a year and 2 months. Oh, 4 months. Year and 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So based on that time frame and your relationship with him prior to that, do you believe it is in Cash's best interest that you be allowed to adopt him?
Yes, oh, most definitely. I'm 100% confident in that fact. Yes.
Okay. And would you tell the judge why you are so confident in it?
Well, it's, he definitely had a rough start to his life. For the better part of the first year of his life was just extremely rough. In and out of, I believe it was 3 houses before he got to us. And no child deserves that sort of thing. Every child deserves a house, that gives them love and unconditional love, as well as a very solid place to grow up in, and and then siblings, of course, which he has 4 siblings, and so it provides lots of sibling love, and I mean, the start he had is just is just horrible, and we fully believe that, you know, he deserves every bit of what he gets here, as far as the love and the attention and the care that we give him, just because, yeah, he should have never gotten what he got in the first place, and we're that is our mission, to give him all those things that he needs as a child, as a developing child. So
Okay. And I think your attitude and action toward this has already answered my next question, but you are willing to take on all the duties and responsibilities of a parent for Cash, just as if he'd been born to your family. Is that correct?
beyond a doubt, yes, sir.
All right. And you're asking for his name to be changed to Cash Lennon Alexander. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Judge, I'll pass this witness and I'll call Miss Alexander.
All right, you may proceed.
All right. Ma'am, would you state your name for the court?
Ashley Alexander.
And Miss Alexander, did you hear your husband's testimony today?
Yes, sir.
Are you in agreement with that testimony?
Yes.
All right. Do you also believe that, as he said, that this adoption is in Cash's best interest?
I do.
And do you have anything to add to why you think so?
Sorry. Like you said, you know, he had a rough start, and no child deserves that. And he is one of us. He's ours. He's called us mom and dad a week in, and he's melted into the family. I always tell him, "You're stuck with us now. You got us. We ain't going nowhere. We just love him to pieces, and he loves all of us. We wouldn't have it any other way."
All right. And I think you've already answered that same question that I asked your husband, but you're also will take on the same duties and responsibilities of a parent for Cash, just as if he'd been born to you.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Judge, that I'll pass this witness. I do not have any further witnesses or evidence to present. I know Ms. Ward's been with us, and I'm sure I know they're in agreement with this adoption also. But I ask you to grant the adoption and the name change.
Well, I think Ms. Alexander put it very profoundly, and I may have that printed on a plaque and put that on my wall. When you're family, that means you're stuck with us now. I think that says it all, through thick and thin, and the good times and the bad times. It's so important to have that base, and it just means a lot to me to hear y'all say that, especially in the middle of these crazy holidays. So it sounds to me like you are already a family, and he, like you said, he's already one of you. So what I do now is just put my name on the legal requirements to make it legally sound and give you the legal responsibility. Because we're doing this virtually, I don't have the paperwork right in front of me, but that will be signed. Mr. Foley, you've already filed it. I believe I saw that. And
Yes,
we'll get that signed today. So as of today, I'm going to grant the adoption, and I will approve the name change to Cash Lennon Alexander. Congratulations. It is official now. Legally, he is your child.
Yay.
Thank you.
Congrats, guys. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Did you say you have five? This makes five. You have
Yes,
4
ma'am.
others?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you look so young. And Miss Alexander, you look so beautiful. I don't know how you put up with 5 children and you don't look a little grumpy. You just look wonderful. So
And the
this
ages,
must be the perfect fit.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
Well, thank you all very much for letting me share this with you today. And like I said, we'll get the legal requirements, the paperwork back to Mr. Foley. And unless there's something else that y'all have with the court, I'll recess that, and you're free to leave the courtroom or stay. We have one more if you want to watch, but you're free to leave, and you can go give Cash the good news and have an adoption day party.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a
All
great
right.
day.
You too.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
All right, let's see if we have Miss Contreras in the waiting room. We had them a while ago, but we've lost them.
That's why I was fixing
Yeah,
to
they
say,
were
I know
having
there
a
was one a
problem
little bit
with their
ago.
video.
Okay.
So they were going to try something else.
I know they were worried last night about the camera on their
There she
computer.
is.
Thought they may have to do a
There they
phone.
are.
Looks like what they're doing.
There they are.
All right, if y'all can hear okay, we'll go ahead and call it. Just nod at me if you can hear.
Hey, guys.
I don't know who's running the camera, but they're having lots of fun.
I get dizzy on this one, Judge.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
We'll get there. There we go.
Looking good now.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you take your time. We will wait on you to get all set up. You know, the nice thing about doing it this way is we didn't have to drive. Otherwise, you'd be having to get people in the car, and the worst we have to do now is wait for the camera to get set up.
Somebody else.
It's just an art. It's dad and mom.
So do we have everyone?
We're just waiting for Kimberly.
I know, but
Okay, I thought, I was hoping she didn't run out of the room, so. I do scare some people, but I don't intend to scare y'all at all.
I'm here.
All right, do we have everyone, or are we still waiting on somebody? You've got family there?
No,
Okay.
we have everyone.
All right, well, let me go ahead and call cause number E20073AD. Mr. Foley?
Judge, Jody Foley here, and again, representing Mr. Fallon and Ms. Contreras today in their petition for adoption of their three nieces. And again, it's just an aunt and uncle special today. So they are aunt and uncle. So as far as the file is concerned, we will be asking for a waiver of you can just say the HSAG or the Health Social Report again.
Thank you.
And I'll be calling both of my clients as witnesses today.
All right, do you get a special fee for an aunt and uncle special? Is that?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
our special rates. It's only on December 3rd though.
Okay, December
Very
3rd
unique.
is special. Okay. Would both of you raise your right hands, please? Do each of you swear and affirm that the testimony you would give in the cause before the court would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Foley, and I will find good cause to waive the HESIC.
Thank you, Judge. And other than that, I would ask you to take just judicial notice of the file to include all the necessary required. Need more coffee this morning, Judge. To take notice of the necessarily required pleadings, specifically the affidavit regarding interstate compact, the adoption readiness report, the criminal history of both my clients, the waiver and consent by the department as managing conservator, Ms. Hoffman's consent and waiver as the attorney and guardian ad litem, and of course, the underlying suit of termination, Your Honor.
And I have had an opportunity to review the file. All of those items are, as Mr. Foley has said, they are in the file and are in good order. So I will take judicial notice of those items.
Thank you, Your Honor. And with that, we'll call Ms. Contreras as our first witness today.
All right, Ms. Contreras, you may proceed, Mr. Foley.
Thank you. Ma'am, would you state your name for the court?
Kimberly Contreras.
All right, and Ms. Contreras, you and your husband and your family are joining us today from your home in Odessa. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And today you're here asking this court to allow you to adopt Kaylee Leanne Duarte Lopez, Haley Ann Duarte Bustamante, and Ariel Marie Duarte Bustamante. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I guess that's all three of them are sitting there with you at the table. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. As to Kaylee, she was born August 11th, 2003 in Ector County.
Yes.
and Haley on March 31st, 2010, also in Ector County.
Yes.
And the last is Ariel, who's born February 7th, 2011, again in Ector County. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so we discussed earlier, it's the aunt and uncle special day, but our aunt and uncle today, but you're all ready to be mom and dad. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And the children have been with you since around March of last year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So based on that time frame and your relationship with these young ladies, do you believe it is in their best interest that you be allowed to adopt them?
Yes.
And could you tell us why you think so?
Sorry. They've opened our hearts. It's just benefiting them just as much as it's benefiting us. Sorry. They're my family. They will always be my family, and even now they'll be even closer to us. It's been a very hard 2 years, but we have came out very strong. They are turning into very, very beautiful girls, very respectful, and just very strong. And that is something that I love the most about them. They have been through a lot and they have overcame so much. So I think it's better this way to be a part of our family and us be a part of them, even though, it's just them three. It's just in the best for, interest of all of us that they be with us.
Okay. Again, I think you've made this clear, but you're also willing to take on the duties and responsibilities of a parent for all three of them, just as
Yes.
they've been born to you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you are asking for a name change today. That
Yes.
Kaylee will be Kaylee Leanne Duarte. Haley will be Haley Ann Duarte. And Ariel will be Ariel Marie Duarte. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And now, since we're on the camera, I know it's a little hard to see. Would you introduce us to the young ladies? I think I can see Kaylee to your left there.
Yeah.
All right. And would you introduce everybody to the judge?
Ariel, Haley, and then Kaylee.
All right. Nice to see you, young ladies. All right. Now that I made y'all all move around, I'm going to pass the witness. I'm going to call Mr. Fallon as a witness.
All right, Mr. Foley.
Thank you. Sir, would you state your name for the court?
Brian Fallon.
Mr. Fallon, did you hear your wife's testimony today?
Yes, sir.
All right. And as usual, I'm sure she got it right. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
Smart man.
Very much. And do you agree that this adoption will be the best thing for all three of these young ladies?
I do.
And would you tell us why you think so?
Like my wife said, it was, difficult at first, but we have overcame a lot, and to see that the kids have came as far as they have and they're continuing to grow, I think it's in our best interest just to keep them.
All right. And you're willing to take on all the responsibilities and duties of a dad for these three young ladies. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. It's going to bring its own special challenges, right? All right. Well, Judge, with that, I do not have any further witnesses or evidence to present. I just ask you to grant the adoption and the name changes.
Some challenges, many, many joys.
Yes.
Well, I would like to hear from the young ladies. Kaylee, do you mind telling me how you feel about this and what you think?
No. Um, I'm happy about it. I came far since from when I first moved in with him. They pushed me to be better me, and I'm happy that they're going to be my parents.
And you think this is a good place and that they're ready for this responsibility?
Yes.
Are you, do you help out since you're the big sister?
Yes. Yes.
All right. And this is a really important question, and I asked most of the young ladies that come through, do you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
Do they approve of him?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Haley, what do you want to do when you get out of school?
I want
Someday.
to go into CPS.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. All right. Would your sisters like to say anything? Haley or Ariel?
They're a bit shy.
They're shy. Okay. Well, if they want to, if they don't have to.
Just say hi.
They are not
Hi.
shy.
They're not shy.
They are not shy.
It's just being on TV with the judge. Now you'll have to remind me, is this Haley?
This is Haley, yeah.
Haley, what do you think about this? Are you happy about the adoption?
Yes.
Okay, this is a good thing. Well, I'm a little confused because you're actually, are you sitting in like the living room of your home?
We're in the dining alley, so.
Well, it seems to me like there's a tree growing in the middle of the floor back. Is there a tree in your house?
Yes, that's the Christmas tree.
Oh, Christmas. That's coming. Haley, do you like Christmas? Is this going to be a good place to spend Christmas? And remember, you're under oath. Uh-oh, we lost her. She does not want to answer this question. Remember, you're under oath. And I know people, so I'm going to tell, and this is on YouTube, so they may not. Have you been good this year?
Have you been good this year?
You don't want Santa to know? You don't want Santa to know? Okay, well, it's safe with me. You don't have to answer. You can take the Fifth Amendment. All right. Have your sisters been good? Fifth Amendment. Fifth Amendment. All right. I just thank you all for sharing this with me today. And I like to have some fun with the kids, but I know this is very serious, and it's obvious to me that you've already made these three girls your family, and that you have what you have. All I'm doing is putting the legal stamp on it. You have already created the family. So thank you for letting me share that. And I will certainly approve. And the name change is to change all three last girls' names to Duarte, correct?
Yes.
And I will approve that and grant the adoption. I'll get the paperwork signed today and back to Mr. Foley. And so as of today, all of the legal requirements are met and they are yours. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yay.
Bye,
Congrats,
girls.
guys.
And be sure you don't just wait for Christmas. We get to have an adoption party today. No pressure, no pressure. It's like having two birthdays. You have your birthday and then you have your adoption day. And I don't know if y'all heard me tell earlier, this is on YouTube on CPC West Texas. If you want to share it with friends, sometimes family members like to look at those, and I leave those up.
Yes, ma'am.
I get rid of all the other stuff that we don't like to talk about, but the happy stuff I like to leave up there. So, all right, Mr. Foley, was there anything else we needed to take care of today?
No, Your Honor, that is it.
All right, well, thank you all. As of right now, that takes care of our court business on the adoptions. Ms. Ward, thank you. I know you do a lot of work on getting these ready, so thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, y'all have a good holiday. Congratulations. And court is now in recess.
Thank y'all. Everybody have a good Christmas.
Thank you.
Bye. Y'all too.